What did your teacher do that should have gotten them fired? During math class, the principal called my boy's name over the intercom. Lockdown, lockdown, this is not a drill. Nick Cruz has been identified as an active shooter in an anonymous tip. All students must evacuate classrooms immediately. Red lights flashed in the hallway. My stomach dropped. Nick was the kid who quit wrestling because it involved hurting people. This morning, he'd texted me pictures of the golden retriever puppy he was picking up today. Before we could process what was going on, Ms. Carmichael suddenly moved to block the front door. That's when I heard it. Beep, student badge access disabled. Nobody moves. You're safer with me. The whole class froze. Even the class clown's voice was shaking. But the announcement said evacuate. I said sit down. We stay here. Ms. Carmichael's face was flushed, sweat beading on her forehead. She kept glancing at the door's window like she was watching for something. Ms. Carmichael, please, they said Nick has a... Suddenly Duke was interrupted by the sound of my phone buzzing with a text from Nick. Dude, why is everyone messaging me? I stared at the text like a deer in headlights, and by the time I tried to respond, Ms. Carmichael was already snatching my phone. Everyone give me their phones, now! She was collecting them frantically, but my screen was still lit up with Nick's chat. Ms. Carmichael, look! I held up my phone showing Nick's text with the timestamp. He's not even in school. He just texted, stop covering for him. Her voice was ice cold. You think I don't know how boys protect each other? But the timestamp. I said give me your phone, now. Her eyes caught it and she scrolled up. Her whole face changed when she hit last night's messages about Nick's ex-girlfriend, aka Kilkenny, Ms. Carmichael's daughter. The whole class gawked as she read them out. Kilkenny won't stop calling. She left me 66 missed calls, bro. She's lost it. Ms. Carmichael's knuckles went white, gripping my phone. That little shit. She tried to stop herself, but it was too late. I'd already seen it. Her face was filled with rage. After what he did, breaking up with her in front of everyone, she muttered. I heard someone gasp. The whole class saw what happened between Nick and Kilkenny. Nick told her he didn't love her anymore in private, but Kilkenny cried so loudly that it gained the attention of the entire school. I glanced over to Kilkenny's desk, and that's when I noticed it. Her chair was empty. That's when we heard it. Pop, 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 like firecrackers down the hall. But not. Everyone hit the floor instinctively. Kids were crying. Someone threw up into their book bag. Ms. Carmichael stayed standing, blocking the door, texting frantically on her phone. Please, Sophia begged. We need to hide. What if Nick, he humiliated her? Ms. Carmichael's mask finally cracked. In front of my colleagues, made her look pathetic, and now he thinks he can just move on, get his perfect little dog and his perfect little life? The popping sounds were getting closer. We could all hear screaming in the distance. Real screaming. The kind that makes your bones cold. Ms. Carmichael, my voice came out steadier than I felt. Where's Kilkenny? Really? Her face went white. Her phone buzzed and she looked at it, then back at us. She needed to. Someone mentioned they'd seen Kilkenny this morning wearing baggy clothes, walking weird near the south entrance, hood up, hands in her pockets. The principal's voice crackled through the intercom once more. Ms. Carmichael, your room shows as unsecured. Evacuate immediately. She ripped the cord from the wall. More shots came. Bang, bang, bang. Not pops anymore. Real gunshots. Closer one hallway over. Ms. Carmichael was mumbling now, tears streaming down her face as she frantically dialed numbers into her phone. Pick up, back down and hide, baby. Just hide. The doorknob rattled violently. Everyone screamed. Through the window, I could see a 5'6" figure in a blue hoodie with a basketball number. 67, same as Nick's. Under their hood, I could make out short blonde hair, and I wondered if it really was my boy. Nobody move, Ms. Carmichael whispered. Nobody make a sound. The figure was panicking, hitting the door harder. My heart was racing. Was it really him? None of this made sense. We could hear shouting. Stop! Get down! Drop the weapon! The figure spun toward the voices down the hall, and as they raised their fists to pound again, the hood started to fall back, and that's when we finally found out who the shooter was. Full story on channel, link below.